Hello students, today we are going to start the new point of this topic, and that is the post fertilization changes. As I told you at the starting of this chapter, that is there are three events which generally occur in the sexual reproduction, and these events we have classified as pre-fertilization event, fertilization event and the post-fertilization event. I have also told you that in the pre-fertilization event, which changes are we found in the plants? The changes are the formation of pollen grain in the anther, the formation of embryo sac in the ovule, then next change, that is pollen pistil interaction. All these changes are included in the pre-fertilization changes. What is meant by fertilization? In the last lecture, in the double fertilization, we have seen that when one male gamete is going to fuse with the egg and there will be formation of the zygote, while other male gamete is fused to the secondary nucleus and there will be formation of primary endosperm nucleus. That process in plant is called as the fertilization, where there will be development of the zygote and the primary endosperm nucleus. And the last part of this sexual reproduction is the post-fertilization changes. That means the changes that we are going to study in the plant, which are generally found after the fertilization of the plant. Then which changes we call as a post-fertilization changes? See, number of time in the kingdom Plantae, I have also told you that which are the post-fertilization changes. Now, this point we will recall again. These are the formation of the fruit from the ovary, formation of the seed from the ovule, formation of the seed coat from the integument, and the formation of the embryo and endosperm are called as the post-fertilization changes. Okay, which changes we call as the post-fertilization? Again, I will tell you, these are the formation of fruit, formation of seed coat, formation of the embryo and formation of the endosperm. These are called as post-fertilization changes. Okay, and out of this, one important point that we are going to discuss now is the endosperm development. That is the endosperm development. Okay, now as you know, the endosperm is the nutritive tissue of the seed. Number of time I have told you that endosperm and the cotyledon, which are present in the seed of the plant, and the function of the endosperm as well as this cotyledon is to provide the nutrition to the embryo. Endosperm is the nutritive tissue. It means in the endosperm there will be protein, there will be carbohydrate, there will be fats, and all these nutrients always gives nourishment to the embryo of the seed. So function of the endosperm is it is nutritive tissue. And in the last lecture in the double fertilization, we have seen that this endosperm is always triploid, and that is denoted by 3N. Okay, because this endosperm is formed by the process of triple fusion, where secondary nucleus, which is diploid, get fused with the haploid male gamete and there will be formation of the triploid endosperm. Now here we are going to study the endosperm, how it is formed by different type of the method. See here, this endosperm generally develops in the plant body by three ways. One is called as nuclear endosperm, another method is called as cellular endosperm, and third one is called as halobial endosperm. That means in not all plants the same type of endosperm get developed. The development of the endosperm in different plants is variable, and according to how these endosperm are formed in the plant, they are classified into three types. These are the nuclear endosperm, cellular endosperm and halobial endosperm. Now we'll see one by one this type of the endosperm. We'll see first the nuclear endosperm. Nuclear endosperm means what? Before going to discuss this nuclear endosperm, we have to keep in mind the important examples of the plant in which this nuclear endosperm is formed, and the name of that plants are wheat, sunflower and coconut. In wheat, sunflower and coconut we will find the nuclear type of the endosperm development. Then what is meant by nuclear endosperm? See here I have drawn the figure, and we will see the name of this figure is called as the embryo sac. See here, this is the embryo sac. Now all of you know that this embryo sac is formed in the ovule. The another name of the embryo sac, we call it as a female gametophyte. In the embryo sac, here in this figure we have shown only two parts. One part is labeled as the embryo and another part is labeled as the PEN. And embryo and PEN are the result of the synagamy and triple fusion. Okay. Now the other cells which are present in this embryo sac get disintegrated. Which are the other cells? We have seen in the embryo sac there is the antipodal cell. In the embryo sac there are the synergids. These antipodal cell and these synergids are disintegrated from this embryo sac, and only two parts are there after double fertilization. These are the embryo and another one is the PEN, which we call as a primary endosperm nucleus. Okay, so the first figure of the nuclear endosperm is the embryo sac. Okay, now see, in this embryo sac we have to focus only this part, that is the primary endosperm nucleus, because our point is endosperm development. So we will concentrate only on the PEN, not on the embryo, because the embryo development we will discuss in the next lecture. In this lecture we will concentrate only on the endosperm, that means the PEN. So this primary endosperm nucleus, which is present in the embryo sac and which is a little bit triploid, undergoes mitotic division. This primary endosperm nucleus divides by the process of mitosis, and there will be formation of the nuclei. Now, as you know, in the process of mitosis, any cell when going to divide, it shows two types, that is one is called as karyokinesis and another one is called as cytokinesis. Means first the nucleus divide and then immediately there is the division of the cytoplasm. But here only this primary endosperm nucleus get divided. There is a division of only primary endosperm nucleus, no division of the cytoplasm. So in this figure you will find only the division of the many nuclei of this primary endosperm nucleus. There will be no formation of the cytoplasm around this nuclei, and that's why here we label it as a multinucleate condition. That means this is the embryo sac, this one is the embryo that we have labeled here, and we will going to discuss only this primary endosperm nucleus division, that is single primary nucleus divides mitotically and form only the free nuclei. There will be no formation of the cytoplasm, and that's why label it as a multinucleate condition. Okay, then what happened next? Then in the next figure we have drawn here the central vacuole is formed at the center of this embryo sac. No doubt all these figures are the embryo sac. Okay, first embryo sac diagram shows that PEN embryo. This PEN divides mitotically and from the many free nuclei. This many free nuclei, in the next figure we have shown that there will be formation of large central vacuole in the center. That's why this nuclei from the center shift toward the periphery of this embryo sac. This nuclei get shifted toward the periphery of this embryo sac because there will be formation of the large central vacuole in the center. And the last figure what we have shown, that is the central vacuole becomes large in size. As compared to this figure, this central vacuole become large in size, and the nuclei which get shifted toward the periphery of this figure shows the wall formation. See here, in between these nuclei there is the wall formation. This is the wall formation in nuclei, and the label of that figure is multicellular endosperm. That means at the end In this embryo sac, in between this nuclei, there is the wall formation. That means the cytoplasm develop at the end around this nuclei, which are these are nuclei called as the primary endosperm nuclei. So, thus this endosperm is formed, which is last figure here shown. This type of endosperm is called as a nuclear endosperm, and the well-known example of this nuclear endosperm is the wheat, sunflower and the coconut. These are the examples where these endosperms are formed by this process. ओके, हे अशाच पद्धतीने आपल्याला लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे की या ठिकाणी आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतं एम्ब्रियो सॅक, त्याच्यामध्ये अशा प्रकारचे चेंजेस पाहायला मिळतात आणि एंडला जी फिगर तयार झालेली आहे इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज दी न्यूक्लियर एंडोस्पर्म विच इज मल्टीसेल्युलर अँड ॲट द अराउंड ऑफ दिस न्यूक्लिय ॲट द एंड ओनली देर इज अ वॉल फॉर्मेशन. दिस इज अबाउट द न्यूक्लियर एंडोस्पर्म. देन second type of endosperm that we are going to study is called as cellular endosperm. Cellular endosperm means that any cell when divide. How the cell divide? First there is a division of the nucleus of that cell, and later on there is immediately division of the cytoplasm that we call as a karyokinesis followed by cytokinesis. Such a type of development is found in this endosperm. That's why the name is given as the cellular endosperm. And the example of the plant in which such a type of endosperm develop are, the examples are not common. They are not having any name in Marathi. That's why we have to keep in mind the name itself. Balsam, Petunia, Adoxa. Which are the names of these plants? Balsam, Petunia, Adoxa. Balsam, Petunia and Adoxa. These plants have the cellular type of the endosperm. Then what is meant by cellular type of endosperm? Again see this first figure. In this first figure, same like this figure, it is the embryo sac, it is the embryo, and this one is the primary endosperm nucleus. आपल्याला कुणाला कॉन्सिडर करायचं आहे फक्त प्रायमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियसला, कारण आपण डिस्कस काय करतोय एंडोस्पर्म डेव्हलपमेंट. सो दिस प्रायमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस ऑफ दिस embryo sac divides by the process of karyokinesis as well as cytokinesis. Means what? This primary endosperm nucleus by the process of mitosis divides into two, and immediately around this nucleus there will be formation of the wall. That means here there will be partition between these two nuclei. That means this nuclei has this much cytoplasm and this nuclei has this much cytoplasm. That means this division of the primary endosperm nucleus is like that of the ordinary cell, where first nuclei get divided and immediately around this nuclei there will be formation of the cytoplasm. So two nuclei, two cells are here found in this type of the endosperm development. Next, what is seen that in this figure we have seen that these two nuclei again undergoes by the process of mitosis, and there will be formation of four nuclei. Okay, so two nuclei again form the four. 1, 2, 3, 4. These four nuclei are formed, and immediately around these four nuclei there is the formation of the cytoplasm. That is, this division of the primary endosperm nucleus is also that of the cellular type. Division of the nuclei, immediately division of the cytoplasm. And at the last figure, what we have seen here, again these four nuclei again undergo the process of mitotic division. Which are these four nuclei? Primary endosperm nuclei, and there are formation of total 8 nuclei, and around these 8 nuclei immediately there will be formation of the cytoplasm. So this last figure we have labeled it as the cellular endosperm, because this endosperm shows development like that of the cell. In the first figure, there is no such type of development. How? In the first figure, primary endosperm nucleus divide, but there is no formation of the cytoplasm around it. Okay, but at last there will be formation of the wall around this nuclei. But in the second figure, what we are going to study here, this primary endosperm nucleus divide, immediately cytoplasm also divide. Primary endosperm nucleus divide, cytoplasm divide. Primary endosperm nucleus divide, cytoplasm divide. That means cell-like formation is of the endosperm is there. That's why we label it as a cellular endosperm. And such type of development are found in some uncommon example. We have to keep in mind balsam, petunia and adoxa. Now the last type of the endosperm development is the halobial endosperma. Halobial endosperm. An example of that endosperm development is found in the plant, and the name of the plant is Asphodelus. Name of the plant is Asphodelus. It is also the uncommon plant. We can see the image of this plant, but we do not have any Marathi name of this plant, so we have to keep in mind the name like Asphodelus, which is the example of the halobial endosperma. This halobial endosperm shows intermediate type of the development of this nuclear and cellular endosperm. That means halobial endosperm development is in between, म्हणजे cellular आणि न्यूक्लिअर आणि सेल्युलर यांच्या दोन्हीचं कॉम्बिनेशन करून जी एंडोस्पर्म डेव्हलपमेंट काही प्लांट मध्ये तयार होते, दोघांचं मिक्सिंग होऊन दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज हेलोबियल एंडोस्पर्म. म्हणजे काय बघा, हेलोबियल एंडोस्पर्म मध्ये फर्स्ट फिगर is same, that is the embryo sac. In the embryo sac, two labels are there. One is called as embryo, another one is called as primary endosperm nucleus. Okay, we will focus only on this primary endosperm nucleus. This primary endosperm nucleus first divide by the process of mitosis, and there will be formation of two nuclei. See here, there is a formation of two nuclei like that of this figure, as well as there will be formation of the wall around it. That means immediately there is a formation of the cell wall, or we call as cell wall. No, there is a formation of the cytoplasm. So nuclei get double, as well as around this nuclei there will be formation of the cytoplasm. But see here, this embryo sac is divided unequally. That means large one part of the embryo sac is called as MC, means micropyle chamber, or we call as a micropyle end, and CC. See here we have given the label CC, means Chalaza chamber. We also call it as a Chalaza end, micropyle end. Have you seen that the means you are well known that the micropyle end and Chalaza end that we have already discussed in the Anatropous ovule. This micropyle end is the larger one and Chalaza end is the smaller one, and thus after division of the primary endosperm nucleus, there will be also the division of the embryo sac into two unequal chamber. Large one is the micropyle end, small one is the Chalaza end. Then what happened? In both this micropyle as well as Chalaza end, there will be free nuclear division. Here there is a division of the primary endosperm like the cytoplasm, but after some time in this micropyle chamber as well as in Chalaza chamber, there is no wall formation, there is only free nuclear division. Such a type of free nuclear division is like that of the nuclear endosperm. Okay, but there will be division of the nucleus as well as cytoplasm is like that of this cellular endosperm. That's why this halobial endosperm is called as intermediate endosperm in between nuclear and the सेल्युलर एंडोस्पर्म. कारण काही पॉइंट ते न्यूक्लियस सारखं दाखवतात, काही पॉइंट ते सेल्युलर सारखं दाखवतात. दॅट्स व्हाय इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज इंटरमिडिएट endosperm. And at last we see that here in the micropyle chamber, the nuclei which are free, around this nuclei there will be wall formation. Micropyle chamber मध्ये तुम्हाला काय पाहायला मिळतात? Around this nuclei there is wall formation, while in the Chalaza chamber around the nuclei there is no wall formation. Again it is shows that wall formation it is of the cellular endosperm. Do not wall formation, it is of the nuclear endosperm. Did you get it? Wall formation, nuclear endosperm. Sorry, wall formation is cellular endosperm, and without wall formation that means free nuclei is like that of the nuclear endosperm. Now see, this nuclear endosperm is a very common type of endosperm. That means in most of the plants, in angiosperm plants, we will see this nuclear, you can see this nuclear type of the endosperm. This cellular endosperm is uncommon. That means in some few plants we can see the cellular type of the endosperm development. But this halobial endosperm we can see only in the halobial order of these some monocots. In the monocot there is one order which is called as halobial order, and in this halobial order we will see this halobial type of endosperm. You have to keep in mind this type of the endosperm development by these figures only, because this is the general development of the endosperm in these different plants. Nuclear endosperm develops without any wall formation, but at the end there is a wall formation in between the nuclei. Cellular endosperm is developed from start to end like the cell formation, and halobial endosperm development is the development of endosperm which is intermediate in between this nuclear and cellular. That means here at the last figure you can observe that such a type of the development of the halobial endosperm is like that of the cellular endosperm, because around this nuclei there is a wall formation. But if we observe the Chalazar chamber, there will be no wall formation around the nuclei. Such type of development of the nuclei is like that of the nuclear endosperm. Thus, in this lecture, we have seen how the endosperm is developed in the embryo sac after the double fertilization. Keep in mind this endosperm as well as this embryo and endosperm are developed simultaneously. But for our convenience, we have seen first the development of endosperm. In the next lecture, we are going to study the development of embryo. Thank you.